Markus, you're a father, and you are a representative of the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party is the party of child abuse. It's the party that represents grooming children and sexualizing them in school, teaching anti-white racism in the terms of CRT education, and genital mutilation of kids that can't even get a driver's license, can't get a tattoo, and cannot vote. How do you stand there and represent the Democrat Party as a father? And do you believe in genital mutilation of children under the age of 18? And these puberty blockers that have severe health consequences?
Time for your
because
question.
I've introduced a bill to ban it and make it a felony to mutilate children's genitals. Do you stand by that?
Boy, that was a lot. And God bless you, Marjorie Taylor Greene. If you truly believe that, then I'm praying for you.
Here's the truth, and I've said this before. All the Democrats need to do is make little wins and then stick it to the Republicans on the debate stage or in the ads. We need to make fun of these people. You know what I'm saying? We need to point the finger and laugh. We need to make a joke out of these people because they're a joke. Why are we pretending that their arguments make sense? Why are we pretending that them actively trying to take our rights away somehow is logical, somehow is rational? No. We need to literally beat these people down. You know, and obviously I'm not saying we find them and we punch them in the face. I'm talking about politically. We need to get these people out of here. I mean, it's just plain and simple. You know, a woman on stage, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's sitting here talking about, and it's not just her, it's people literally all over the country running, talking about furries and putting litter boxes in schools. Like, really? Seriously? This is what we're dealing with?
I believe in this country. I believe in our democracy. And I believe in standing up for human rights. People come up to me every day and tell me how they feel attacked by you. And yes, I'm talking about children in our LGBTQ plus community. Every day, Congresswoman Greene, seniors, Latinos, blacks, men and women, every day. This is how she treats the people of Northwest Georgia and the people of America. Attacks, constantly attacking. That's not representative, Greene.
It always kills me when Republicans like Marjorie Taylor Greene say things like the Democratic Party is the party of child abuse, because that is an extreme allegation. That's no small thing, you know, so it's like, what, are Democrats coming up with, you know, allegations of this woman abused this child, that man abused that child? Because then that would be different if you could actually point your finger to like a legitimate case that has tangible evidence or something. But just saying the Democrat is a party of child abuse, it's like, okay, but the Republicans are the party who are fundamentally against child programs. You know, we pay maternal leave, that's not a thing, and forcing the mothers to have that baby. But as soon as the baby gets here, you know, social safety net programs, always trying to gut those. So, you know, who's really the party of child abuse? I mean, if we're talking about it metaphorically like that, you know.
You represent them.
I do. I represent and I will always protect children. And that's why I introduced the Protect Children's Innocent Act, to protect children who just may be confused about their identity. Kids need to grow up. They do not need to have mastectomies, castration, or take dangerous drugs that have serious health consequences. Markus Flowers represents the Democrat Party, and the Democrat Party is the party of child abuse. And we have to stand up and stop it right now.
And then, of course, you know, the whole genital mutilation, and then obviously, you know, the critical race theory, because we can't have our kids learning about how America came to be. You know, this land that had 100 million people in it, you know, prior, rich histories, many different cultures, many different backgrounds, how that's just pretty much all gone. You know, we don't want them learning about any of that. We don't want them learning about how the country was built. And it's not just like there's those two big pillars of evil, the genocide and the slavery. There's much more involved in that. You know, there's the history of how we see one another, the history of, you know, biracial children in this country, Thomas Jefferson. You know, like all of these types of things are very important because it's important for people not just to understand how countries are built, but to see the hypocrisy in systems, but to see how certain systems don't work, but to understand how we can actually move forward better. You know, but not learning about how this country was actually built is just going to doom us to repeat the same mistakes.
We protect them from making serious mistakes that will last a lifetime. The same mistakes and regrets that many detrans people have right now.
Extreme examples and lies is what Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing, trying to misrepresent me.
That's the time on this.
Joe Biden, he can do the $10,000 to $20,000 student loan forgiveness. He can pardon people for weed possessions. And again, like I mentioned many times, obviously we wanted to see him go much further than that. But that compared to what the Republicans are doing is night and day. Mix in a little humor, mix in a little, jokes, sticking it to these people. And I think we're going to see a lot more gains than we otherwise would have. But it's time to stop treating these people like they're serious, because they simply are not.